What is going on there, guys? Clouded Truth here. Now I'm back again with some more Battlefield 3, and today I've got a game of Conquest on Card Island. Using the Engineer class today with the G36C as my main weapon. On it I have the Reflex Red Dot Sight, the Foregrip, and Suppressor. A very nice setup that I am trying out, as I used to basically run this gun Iron Sights, Foregrip, and Laser Sights, so these new attachments are working out pretty well for me, and I think I'm going to continue to use them for a while. My sidearm is the M1911 with the Tactical Light. Very nice pistol that a lot of you guys recommended. So I did the EA Gun Club thing, joined that, and unlocked this pistol. And it's working real well. I like the pistol a lot. So I'll have to continue using it and see if I want to make it my main sidearm. My other equipment is RPGs and the anti-tank mines, which I do use sometimes during this match, as you'll see, but I don't think I get any kills with them. This match was kind of boring. It was, wasn't a lot of action in it. So we basically just capped all the flags and held them in their spawns. So it wasn't great when it comes to intense fighting, but I didn't want to post one of those kind of games because I do want to talk about some things which are very important regarding Battlefield 3, and that is a possible patch coming out in the future that will include some pretty major changes, and the biggest thing right now is the weapon attachments that possibly could be changed. Your foregrip, suppressor, flash suppressor, laser sight, bipod, those kind of things. So let's take a look at them and see if they're good or bad for each attachment. Alright, so the first thing is the foregrip. The foregrip is, an attachment that I use for most of my guns. If I can put a foregrip on there, I do. The only gun I really don't is the AEK 971, and possibly another gun or two, but usually on most weapons I can put a foregrip on, I do. It's just kind of a thing where I like the feel of it. I think it helps on the recoil a little bit, and it makes the gun in a way more suitable for me. I feel like it's more complete when I have a foregrip on there. But in this new patch, the foregrip will get a 34% reduction in your horizontal recoil, meaning when shooting it, you will not jump to the left and right as much, making it a bit more accurate, I guess you'd say. Your bullets will be not go flaring out different directions as much as they did before. But when you aim down sights, you will get a 20% penalty on your accuracy. So be very careful with that. Just because your horizontal recoil is going to be reduced, your accuracy will actually drop when you look down sights. So that's, overall, I think that's more of a bit of an annoyance than it is a help. So I think the foregrip, actually for me, I think it's actually going to get nerfed in this patch if this goes through and does get released. So next thing is the bipod. Bipod is a interesting attachment. I don't use it that much, as you guys know from my previous videos, but it actually is probably going to get a bit of a buff, I think. So here's what is going to be changed about it. We'll have a reduction in horizontal and vertical recoil. That depends on your gun type. The guns that have more recoil in both of horizontal and vertical directions will still have that more recoil rather than others that do not. You also get a reduction on your dispersion. That depends on your gun and your type of ammo too, meaning like a lot of your shotguns will well, not shotguns, but your kind of assault rifles and your other carbines, things like that, will get a bit of a reduction in the spread of your shots, meaning they'll be a lot tighter and in a way making you a little bit more accurate. It won't increase your accuracy, but it may feel like it does. And finally, the only negative thing that was there before this patch could even possibly come out when Battlefield 3 was released is you have to set it up, whether it be on the ground, on a crate, something like that. You still do have to set up your bipod in order to make use of it. But I think overall the bipod is getting a pretty large buff, and you'll see a lot more bipods. I think you will once this patch gets released. A lot more people will be running it, and possibly instead of the foregrip. So I think that is overall a good thing. I might even try the bipod for myself and see how I like it once this patch comes out. Alright, hold on. Alright there, sorry, I had to move around a little bit. My foot was falling asleep. Alright, so next thing up is the suppressor. Suppressor, finally, they are fixing, hopefully, fixing the glitch to where you do not appear on the minimap now when you fire, whereas before you could fire a suppressed weapon and your enemies would still see you on the minimap, making it very frustrating because, you know what, you're using a suppressor to be stealthy. You're not going to use it because, you think it looks cool or it sounds good. Honestly, I don't like the way it sounds on most weapons, so I use it because I'm trying to be stealthy and have enemies not know that I'm there. You will also get a reduction in your sound and muzzle signature, meaning it will be more difficult for enemies to see you when you are firing possibly across a road, when you're like maybe running through a couple of rocks, shooting, you know, over top. They may not see you if you're wearing like a good camo, or if you are in like running through bushes and you turn around and shoot a guy. An enemy that maybe, you know, 20, 30 yards behind him or something like that may kind of be like, whoa, where'd that come from? He didn't exactly see where you're flashed, so that's a good thing. I think that will overall increase the use of suppressors on weapons, making it more of a must kind of attachment for on gun. There are a few negative points that they are going to be putting on this suppressor, and that is you will be reduced your range, both minimum and maximum range. I'm not that bothered by that. I think that's okay. I'm not using this gun to get huge range kills with it. I'm using it so I can flank guys, you know, kill them when they're about probably medium range, close to medium range. So I don't think that's that big of a deal. Your damage will stay the same, don't worry. But overall, I think this is nothing to worry about when it comes to suppressors. You will get a 50% penalty on your accuracy when you fire from the hip. Pretty big drop from that, but as you all know, I don't fire from the hip that much unless I'm using a gun like the QBZ-95B. So I don't think this will be that big a deal unless you are a constant hip fire. Then this will hurt you quite a bit if you like to do that with a suppressor attached. You will get a 25% increase in your base accuracy when you aim down sights, which is very good. You know, a suppressor, you want to take out your guys quick and effectively, so this is a additional feature that will help you do that. And another feature is the reduced vertical recoil, making it a lot better and more faster, I guess you'd say, to take down your enemies. You don't have to keep dragging your cursor back down to take them out. So overall, I think that's a very good thing for the suppressor, getting a bit of a buff. So I think that overall is pretty good. I do like that. Next attachment, the heavy barrel. Heavy barrel will give you an increase in your maximum range, which is what you want. Heavy barrel, that's what you're using it for. You're not using it for close quarters combat. So I think that is very good with the heavy barrel, that they increase their range. Your damage will stay the same, so don't expect any ridiculous kills because you get a damage increase. You'll have a negative 25 increased dispersion per shot. So your shot's dispersion will be better than it was before. You won't be as much of a spread, and you also get a bonus when you aim down sights for your accuracy. It'll be a 50% bonus, meaning that you will be very accurate when aimed down sights with the heavy barrel equipped. And really the only negative side of it is a 25% penalty when you fire from the hip. So I think the heavy barrel is really getting a buff. I mean, a serious buff. And will probably be a really good attachment to put on a lot of guns. So we'll have to see when it comes out if the heavy barrel is as good as it looks in these notes. Next up, the flash suppressor. Flash suppressor is getting a few things changed about it. Most of them are good. There's the one thing which is one of the good things, which I'm finally glad they're addressing, is the reduced vertical recoil, making it a not accurate, but easier to take out enemies because you don't have to keep dragging your crosshairs back on top of an enemy to take them out. Your recoil will not be as bad, making it much more efficient. And also, your muzzle signature, basically your flash, will be reduced even more, making it more difficult to see your enemies. But you will get a 20% penalty when you fire from the hip as far as your accuracy. But once again, I'm not a hip fire, so that is a-okay with me. I do think the flash suppressor is getting a pretty good buff. Finally, the laser sight, or target pointer as it's called, the only bad thing is the laser. Your enemies can see it. That's it. That's really the only bad thing. Your laser will blind your opponents now even more, and you also get a 33% increase in accuracy when fired from the hip, making guys that like to run laser sight and hip fire even more deadly than they were before. So overall, I think the heavy barrel and the suppressor are probably the two biggest things that are getting a buff. Foregrip getting a bit of a nerf. So I'm not too keen on that, but the heavy barrel and suppressor, I will be very much looking forward to use them in the next coming patch if these does get released. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and let me know in the comments what's your opinion on this as far as these changes to the weapons, not weapons, the attachments on the guns. What do you guys think about it? You think some of them are good, some of them bad? I want to hear y'all's feedback, and I will talk to you all next time.